Hi everybody, Craig Anderton here, Editor-in-Chief of Harmony Central, and while this photo montage goes on in the background, I'd like to give you some of my thoughts about the AES show. First of all, yes, it was small, physically speaking, but there were smaller booths as well, so there was still a lot of activity and a lot of companies. What there weren't was a lot of the big companies. This show was pretty much the domain of the smaller companies, the entrepreneurs, the one-person shops cranking out really cool little esoteric and wonderful pieces of audio gear. Sure, there were some biggies. Neumann was there, for example, and of course Avid was there for their big announcement with Pro Tools. But there really wasn't a lot of DAW activity. No Cakewalk, no Samplitude, no Motu, no Steinberg, no Acoustica. Acid wasn't represented, so it really wasn't very much about software. It was very much a hardware show. The one exception was, of course, Bias was there with their new Peak Studio, which had a fantastic declipping algorithm and some other nice features, but they were definitely in the minority. One thing that I really liked about this show was I got to meet a lot of the people behind these products one-on-one, people like Doug Fern and Dave Hill, Dan Kennedy from Great River, the guy from Shiny Box, and I mean all these people who are really living and breathing audio. I mean, these are not people who live for the bottom line. They live to make really great products. People like Dennis Fink, and I mean, I could go on. It's just a huge number. George Massenberg. I mean, these are all people who are totally into what they're doing. And I must say, they're all just super, super nice people. You sit down and talk with them one-on-one, and they're so excited about what they're doing. And you know, it wasn't the best of circumstances. I'm coming up to them, shoving a camera in their faces, trying to get a couple minutes of video for Harmony Central, and they're total gentlemen about it, and very nice, and more than eager to talk tech at the drop of a hat. These are the people who really keep this industry going, and these are the people who are constantly looking for better ways to do audio and better ways to get more out of equipment and come up with new ways of doing things and combining some of the best of the vintage with some of the best of the modern. And then you have up-and-comers like Stephen Slate, who had his 30th birthday at the show, and he's obviously going to be the next generation of entrepreneurs with things like his Fox preamp and his mastering software and things like that. So the industry is alive and well and extremely healthy, and the show almost had a bit of an underground vibe to it. You know, it wasn't a big corporate show. It was very cool little products and cool things, very enthusiastic people. So overall, it was great. I'd also very much like to thank our special correspondents for giving us their take on the highlights of the show, and that's Larry Crane from Tape Op, Mike Rivers, who of course is a well-known journalist, Jules Standen of Gear Sluts, Steve Fortner, who's the editor of Keyboard, and Paul White, who's the editor of Sound on Sound. It was very gracious of them to participate in our show reports as well. So I hope you enjoy the coverage. We have, in addition to this video, we have 74 videos up there, so it's almost like being at the show itself. And we're already looking forward to next year, and we're starting to gear up for the January NAMM show. And so exciting times are ahead. You know, don't believe what you read in the papers. Our little corner of the world is alive and well.